So anyway, after the hustle and bustle of Miami and Key West and all that, I figured I needed a change. I needed something peaceful, and I think I found it. This is a little house outside of Arcadia. Yep, there you go. There's a goat. We got some. There's a shower. If you're gonna take a shower, put a boot on top of the curtain. And there's the cattle, just chilling. Life is good for them for now. So let's do like an MTV Cribs edition of Airbnb. So here's a tiny house, right? And this is the room, right? You could work on your writing there because it's so freaking peaceful. There's a bathroom with a bucket, which is kind of cool. Oh, like that's part of the design. It's an actual working sink, as you could see, which is very creative. I like the mirror too, the shelves. And here is the bedroom. This is where the magic happens, as they say in every episode after they show their Scarface poster. Okay, yeah, I slept here, as you could tell. All chaos. So yeah, I would totally come back here, but under different circumstances. A, I'd have to have a car. You're 10 miles out of the way of any civilization outside of the Airbnb. So you kind of need a car under that circumstance. The other thing is, yeah, that's about it. I really like this spot. I would love to come back here again, you know, and just be able to just be at peace. And it's very zen, very just chilling, just absolutely chilling. No stress at all. No worries about a thing. Yeah, life is good here. I love it. And you get to see goats and stuff. Who doesn't like seeing goats? There you go. So I was biking past these cattle, and I noticed some of them were looking up at me like they're all surprised I was here. And I just thought it was kind of funny, and I was like, oh yeah, get some footage of them. And okay, so yesterday was kind of a shit show, and now I'm in Sarasota, which is good in a way because I'm closer to where I want to be. But I had to cancel my, my Airbnb in Northport because the road Google sent me to, where I was supposed to take a left, doesn't exist. And the only other way would for me to be backtracking 13 miles and then start over to go down. So I just said, you know what, I'll just keep following the road. Little did I know, the road led to nowhere forever. There were churches where there were no cars at, which means there's no way I could go inside and get some water. I ran out of water at a certain point, and eventually on the outskirts of Sarasota, and kudos to Ace Dog and Cat Grooming, because that's where I got some water. And yeah, so that was pretty bad. So I got an emergency Airbnb in Sarasota, and I'm heading to Bradenton today. It's only 13 miles away. What could possibly... So I'm in Bradenton right now, and I could go to Tampa or I could go to St. Petersburg. On paper, St. Petersburg is closer. So I set up an Airbnb for St. Petersburg. I look at my map. My map sends me a 6-hour trip around Tampa to get to St. Petersburg. There's a little bridge about 4 miles long. Now mind you, I was just in the Keys. I rode a bridge that was 7 miles long. Okay? This bridge you're not allowed to have bikes on. So I'm trying to figure out ways to get over that bridge and save myself, I don't know, like 4 to 5 hours that I could be on the road. So yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, so today I'm at the Rock Bottom Hotel. I'm not going to name the hotel because they're doing renovations, but it's not good. Yeah. So, I have an Airbnb set up in Tampa. I've got one set up in and then from there I go to St. Pete. Okay, so right now I'm in a hotel in Tampa, and I lost my saddlebags in Bradenton at an Airbnb there. So I just reset. I'm backtracking. I have to reset my Airbnb to stay there, pick up my saddlebags, and then I'm probably gonna have to go. So that'll be tomorrow. Today I'm going to try to crash somewhere in Ruston, which is halfway between Tampa and Bradenton. And yeah. So meanwhile I'm trying to cut back on some weight here because I notice like I'm moving a lot better without those saddlebags. But in the long run I think I'm going to get rid of the trailer but keep the saddlebags because the trailer will not move up mountains. It's just no. And a lot of work, yeah. Anyway, yeah, off to the next. So I'm on the bike path going through Ybor City, and I thought this looked really cool. I don't know the story behind it, but I think I'm gonna have to look into it. Okay, so I'm biking to where is it? Lakeland, coming from Brandon. Let's go. And I stopped by and I'm just cruising along. All of a sudden there's a strawberry festival to my left. So I check it out. And it's like a carnival. And then like farther inside, it's like a live action version of one of those like 3 a.m. Paid programming where they try to sell you a bunch of random shit that you don't need. And then after that, you'll finally see some strawberries, which was great. I had the Napoleon cake, which tasted delicious. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so right now I'm leaving a lovely Airbnb in Lakeland, heading to Kissimmee, home of Walt Disney World. What? So yeah, finally, after, I don't know, 45 now, I'm finally gonna go to Walt Disney World. I'm super excited about it. My inner child is like screaming, jumping up and down. It's kind of exciting. And like when I was a kid, seeing like all these commercials for Walt Disney World and all that, I was eating government cheese and powdered milk, and I thought this is never gonna happen. I just didn't even think about it. It was just like, oh, okay, that's how the other half lives or whatever. So this is something kind of. No, I'm not even gonna go there. Let me cut right there. But anyway, I got a 4-hour trip to Kissimmee, and also I'm just gonna show you the room. It's wild. It's definitely wild. Then after that, heading up to St. Augustine, I'm gonna drop like the rest of like 50% of my weight off my bike, and then regroup from there, figure out financially where I'm at because I'm spending money like I. Also, one thought about Lakeland. So I talked to my Uber driver last night, and she told me that Lakeland is the fastest growing city in like population-wise in Florida, but the infrastructure for it doesn't seem to be there. And they're building and building, but it's like the roads. It's kind of a shit show right now when it comes to the roads, and yeah, so you get a lot of that in Florida, like a lot of, like, it's just everything's building and building. People are moving here constantly. But, I mean, I moved here like 20 years ago, so I can't really pass judgment, but. A quick look back at the trip from Arcadia to Lakeland. So, Arcadia, that's where I stayed in a tiny house, and I'm telling you right now, that is the dream, to have a tiny house, and that's where I would work on all my creative projects. I ended up in Sarasota. I noticed there's a heavy population of Amish in Sarasota, which is something that we never hear. In Tampa, I stayed, I think it was like within range of the university and Busch Gardens. A friend of mine came down from Plant City, and we talked we talked about working outside of like being your own boss. It was the thing that he talked about a lot was the fact that you have to put in the work, which I haven't done. But anyway, you have to put in the work. You put in the hours, you grind it out, you hustle, and that's the way that's done. I went to another friend of mine from high school, and he lives in Howard, Tampa, and he took me through the bars, and it reminded me of Goodfellas, walking through, and he knows everybody. And he's like, this is Tommy 2 times, because he says everything 2 times, and this is Nicky no-nos. And that's what I felt like when I was walking in with my friend, because he'd been working there for years. It was kind of fun to go out clubbing and, you know, kind of watching the scene from like, you know, I remember when I was young. Well, that's coming into the next video, actually, when I go to Disney. And it's a dream come true. Yeah, so tune in. And don't forget to like, subscribe. When in doubt, just ride. Peace.